Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. We're back. Sort of look more alive now. I literally took me 2 days to recover, so God bless me next week when I come back. That's gonna be even more like, I need an IV, I need electrolytes, I need all the things. Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you missed me at least just a little bit. I took some time to rest up. I was actually visiting my hometown, Brownsville, Texas. I was staying with my parents over the Easter holiday, and I spent about 6 days eating whatever I wanted, not really dieting, not really exercising. So I think that really was kind of a shock for my body because I usually am used to my little routine, my eating routine and my workouts. And yesterday I actually went back to dance class, and I feel like that helped me out so much to feel like myself again. I think how my body's set up, I can't really go a long way without exercising or eating smaller meals. I think when I'm in the valley, I like want to overindulge in all this food because it's authentic Mexican food. We have the best food back home, and yeah, it was a shock to my body because when I came back into town, I feel like I was in bed rest for a whole day. Really didn't feel like doing anything. Wasn't really feeling like myself. I was breaking out everywhere, and yeah, it took me a day to just bring me back to life. And dance class yesterday really helped me out. Today I feel so much better, so much more energized, and thank God, because I can't really live like that. But yeah, if you follow me on social media, you probably already know that I went to visit my parents in my hometown this past week. I was there for 6 days, spending quality time with them and doing all the Easter stuff. Mainly we go to church. We really don't do all the Easter egg hunts. Well, aside when my nieces are in town, but they weren't in town this time around. My parents and I are Catholics, so we obviously spend, 3 or 4 days in church in preparation for Easter. So yeah, that was basically what I was doing while I was there. So yeah, spending quality time with them is just really important to me. So I really didn't make an effort to vlog most of it, although I did take a day to film some really cool places downtown. Some places that just have the rich history of Brownsville and really highlight what Brownsville is about. So a little bit more about me. I actually grew up in the south side of the city of Brownsville. I grew up in Southmost. Contrary to popular belief, when every time I tell somebody that, they're like, we can't believe you grew up in Southmost. I'm like, well, my parents still live there to this day, so every time I go visit, I stay there. Elementary, I attended Castañeda, which is right down the road where my parents live. Middle school, I went to Falk Middle School. And then in high school, I went to Lopez High School, which is a fine arts high school. But yeah, it's like in the middle of nowhere, way down south. A little bit more of my upbringing. I grew up in a very low income household. My parents didn't really have much growing up. I just remember I remember when I was young, my mom had toys for me and everything, but I think growing up as a teenager, I really didn't have as what other teenagers had. I remember being in 5th grade, and you know how when you go to middle school, you have a fresh set of clothes, brand new shoes, brand new everything. And when it was my first day of middle school, I went with the same clothes I had in 5th grade. So that was a very humbling moment for me, because like I would see all my friends have like this new wardrobe, like reinventing themselves as middle school kids instead of elementary kids. And I really didn't have that. I went with the same clothes, and I literally maybe had like 5 sets of shirts, 2 blue jeans, and like 1 pair of shoes. That's just like how I was brought up. And up to this day, I'll still wear the same things just because I'm so used to just having very minimal things. I really don't buy myself all these extravagant things, as some of you guys know. But yeah, that's kind of my upbringing. I grew up very sheltered. My parents didn't really allow me to go to any high school parties or any gatherings or sleepovers. They wouldn't really let me go sleep over at a friend's house. They really had me very sheltered. I also wasn't really allowed to play outside my house, like my front yard, my backyard, or even walk the neighborhood. My parents would be really strict with that. Me walking around the neighborhood, they just didn't want me Not that my neighborhood was really bad. I think it was worse in the 80s and 90s. Like when I was a teenager, it was early 2000s. So I think it calmed down a lot at that time, but they still didn't want me wandering the streets of the neighborhood just because they know like guys will just stop and holler at you. But yeah, I was very sheltered. I was very involved in dance, in the fine arts program, and my high school life mainly consisted of like summer camps, rehearsals, football games, basketball games, pep rallies. So that's kind of what I remember from it. I was like, dance was my life at the time. And I was just looking forward to going to a college out of town and dancing in college. So that's what became a reality for me. And my mom was just very supportive ever since that day. She just knew that potential in me and she always supported me. Like I mentioned, I know we didn't have much growing up. So now looking back, I'm like 100% grateful for my mom that although we didn't always have the means and the money for me to continue and dance, because dance costumes were expensive, competition fees were expensive, and every time I would tell her I need to pay for this, and she was like, no worries, I'll figure it out. You just keep doing that. You just keep studying and going to rehearsals and I'll figure it out. And I'm forever grateful for her for doing that, sacrificing so much. A lot of people do ask me, Erica, how does it feel? Like, what do your parents say of you moving away now, or you not coming back to your hometown? And I would just like to say, like, my parents, they actually moved from Mexico in the 70s. My mom, she was the first one of her siblings to move to Brownsville. So for her to have the courage to move from a totally different country to move to the US for a better life, for a better work opportunity, it just shows a lot of character and courage. And I think that's what she saw in me when I decided to move to a big city like Houston or Dallas. She really, she didn't hold me back. She really understood the purpose of me moving away for a better work opportunity, to follow my goals and my dreams. And up to this day, she's very supportive of that. My parents are very hardworking parents. My mom worked in a factory and my dad worked in maintenance, and both of them raised 4 children. I do have 2 older brothers that live in Brownsville and an older sister that lives in Houston. There is a huge age gap between all of us. So I'm the youngest, like by a lot of years. So they're all married with children. I'm kind of like the odd one out in the family, though they don't like for me to say that, but it kind of feels like I am. But yeah, they're just happy with their families, and I'm still trying to figure things out. So there's that. So yeah, my parents are not at the least upset with me to move away and try to accomplish some things over here. So in this vlog, you're gonna see a lot of like downtown. You're gonna see where I graduated. I actually graduated from Texas Southmost College. I did attend Texas State University, but then I transferred back. I took a little break. I just worked for a while. I worked in South Padre Island, and then I went back to school. And I could have gone to UTRGV, but I just didn't really want to be in debt. So I decided to enroll in Texas Southmost College. And up to this day, I tell myself that's the best decision I could have ever done at the time, because I am debt free right now. From those semesters, each semester I paid it myself when I was working, and the money I earned working, I paid each class. That's why it took me a while to graduate, because I would take like 2 classes a semester. One semester would take 3. And then my last semester, I'm like, I just saved up all the money and took 6 classes all in one semester. I really have really great memories from attending that university. For a while, I didn't have a parking permit, so my mom would actually drop me off to my afternoon class, those 3-hour classes that you have from 7 to 9, and some really long afternoons, and I just didn't feel like walking to my car really late at night. So my mom's like, no worries, I'll go drop you off. And up to this day, I think about it, I'm like, wow, those were some good old days. Mom would drop me off and pick me up at college, and I know some college students don't like that, but I really that really sticks in my mind every time I think about going to college there for some reason. Also, another fond memory is me walking across the stage at graduation. I will never forget how their faces lit up when they saw me walk across the stage. It's truly memorable. moment in my life. And just a hint of advice for you guys, it really doesn't matter where you graduate. Honestly, when you get to the corporate world or in real life, they really don't care where you graduated from, what your GPA was. All they care is work ethic and how you put yourself out there, how you're networking with people, and just the overall employee that you're gonna be. They really don't care if you come from this Ivy League school or your GPA. It just save yourself the stress of getting to all these universities and colleges. Just go to a 2-year college, get your degree in something, and then move your way up there. That's like the best advice I wish I could have gotten when I was young, because I really stressed myself of getting into a really good university when honestly you can get there either way. So a little bit more about my hometown. SpaceX is there. I have a couple friends that work at SpaceX. It's located in Boca Chica. So that's been around for, I would say, like 5 years. We also have a lot of upcoming restaurants and stores downtown. I hadn't been downtown in a while, so when I went to walk around there, I was so surprised that some of the new businesses that are up and coming are from young entrepreneurs. So it was really great to see. So when I was trying to get some video content about Charo Days, I actually was surprised by the executive director of the Charo Days committee. He actually let me into their offices, and it was really funny because asking me like where I was from, why I was videotaping in Brownsville, and I was like, well, I'm coming from Dallas, but I grew up here all my life. My parents live here, and so I'm just creating like this YouTube channel for myself and just showcasing where I come from. And he gave me so many good locations to shoot at, and he really knows his way around Brownsville more than I even knew myself, honestly. So it was really cool to go back as my adult self and just learn more about the city, because I think I took it for granted when I was younger. I think we all took it for granted. We all take for granted where we come from, and now when we're older, we kind of appreciate it a lot more. So I really appreciate the time that he took to really show me around the offices. It was really cool. So obviously our hometown slogan, if you will, we have a slogan. It is a city on the border by the sea. So you know that we're really close to South Padre Island, to the Gulf of Mexico. My parents actually live 30 minutes from there. I used to commute for 4 years because I used to work in South Padre Island years ago. But usually when I do visit town, I go to South Padre Island, to the beach, just to relax and have drinks with my family. But this time around I didn't. But stay tuned for the upcoming vlogs, because I probably will be staying in South Padre Island for a week with my parents. Every year I usually rent a condo down there and just have some time to relax. I didn't film it this time around. We just knew that being Easter weekend, there was gonna be so many people over there, and actually the weather wasn't all that great. It was kind of cloudy, and we don't really like to go to the beach when it's cloudy. Summer is always the best time, like the months of June, July, August, even September are really great months to visit. So I'll definitely be back. So stay tuned for that vlog. So I hope I highlighted everything that I wanted to share with you guys. I think that's basically what I wanted to showcase in this vlog. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit more about myself and my upbringing. Please comment below, please support the channel, and I hope this gives you a little bit more insight of where I come from and how I grew up. It's really good. Yes, thank you. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It'll really help this channel. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!